So today is Wednesday. It's a little frustrating because there's like a million people here. And when I walked, there was someone walking the other way and then someone who's just in front of me enough that it's like, okay, I'm gonna catch up to you eventually and I wanna be able to speak without fearing that I'm gonna run up, catch up to somebody. And then when I see or if they're staying on the main trail or if they're going off to the side one, which is this side quest here, then they turned sideways, left, they turned left. And I was like, fuck. So then I just turned around and walked back to the parking lot and then turned around again to hopefully buy some time. But other than that, 140 dials today, so good. Also, the leaderboards was funny because there was like normally there's like maybe 2 or 3 people who have done 100+ dials in a day, and today there was actually like 4 or 5, so that's cool. And they have new hires, so that's fun stuff. Did I take a screenshot? I did not take a screenshot of the dials at the end of the day. Okay, on top of that, 2 booked demos. But so the reason why it's a weird day is because I'm obsessed that someone's going to come in the other direction. Preoccupied, maybe not obsessed, is because for most of the day I wasn't really talking to people. Lots of the day I was like giving people the opener, which is like the give me 30 seconds or hang up kind of thing. And people would give me 30 seconds but then tell me that like they actually weren't interested in building their book. And so it was frustrating because it's like I'm having conversations but it's not going anywhere. Should I change the opener up? But I just had to keep remembering that getting that answer then would have been the answer had I used a different opener. I just may have gotten it later. Like it's like if I work through halfway through the script, then they're going to be the people being like, send me an email. Okay, just not right now kind of thing, rather than let's just get it, face it head on immediately, get the answer now. So the other part that was kind of depressing about the day was in the morning, there was a guy that I thought I could book a demo with easy, but then he was super enthusiastic about it, but then he didn't have his calendar in front. And then he said like, I just got to drive back to the office. I'll call you in a half hour. And then he said, if I don't call you in a half hour or send a text, that's what he said. If I don't send you a text, then give me a call in an hour. So I sent him a text after an hour because I hadn't heard from him, and then called him later. He picked up quickly, but then it said something, it was garbled, and then it hung up. So then it was frustrating because it's like, this guy did not seem like he was trying to brush me off, but now it feels like he's brushing me off. But then at the end of the day, I called him back. And then he was like, oh, fuck, man, I'm sorry. I completely forgot about it. Like, I'm at the gas station again. I'll just get back to going back to the office right now and be in front of my calendar. Like, give me like 10 minutes. So then 20 minutes later, I called him and we booked the demo. And that's all good. What was funny about it, though, is because then he... Okay, wait, hold on. Before I go down that path, there was another thing, which was the other demo that I booked with another guy. I also booked within the 4 to 5 o'clock hour. So and finish this thought, most of the day was spent frustrated that the demo in the morning didn't go anywhere, and then talking to people who are saying no or not picking up, and then it's like, ugh. And like you want to give up, let's say like 3:30 when I've made 100 dials, so it feels like I've put in the work, but it's like I haven't walked away with anything. So happy that I pushed through. But then it just was a weird day because at the end I was going like fuck, I feel exhausted, but I haven't accomplished anything, and I think I'm just feel defeated is the word. But in the end, 2 demos booked, so like typical day. So that finishes that. What was interesting about the call was after I got the demo booked, then he goes like hey, have you ever considered going into life insurance? And like I go, no. And then he said, well, you should. And then started pitching me a job, saying like, oh, you could make like $250K. I got agents right now, they're making $1 million a year. You just got to learn how to build a team, but that's the skills, like super easy, like pitching this sort of thing. And then I go, okay, this is where what Alex refers to it as the woman in the red dress from Matrix, but I know Layla, there's Alex Hormozy and Layla Hormozy. Layla, I know she refers it to being in a season of no, is when you will be given opportunities to change the path that you're currently on right now, that you need to learn how to say no to, no matter how attractive they are, if you really want to reap the rewards of the path you're going down, which that path being entrepreneurship as a general term, meaning going like, okay, I don't doubt that I could quit the job I have right now, apply and work with that guy, and then be making a ton of money. Seems potentially attractive, but I don't know right now whether or not that environment would facilitate the development of the business idea I'm trying to do right now. And I'm more interested in living a life where I develop this business idea and build that than I do making 250 grand supposedly. Though I don't doubt that it is a supposedly right now. So then that's it. Just is like okay, you have to have the discipline if you actually are interested in pursuing this path, which I am. You have to learn to say no to those things. So then that's the thought. The guy sounded like a hustler, kind of always working type person, so I don't doubt that he will end up using the program and benefiting from it. So in the end, it's good, but it was interesting to, I think that's more where I'm coming from. It was interesting to experience a real life application of the philosophies and ideas that the Hormozys that I've been watching a lot of and listening to have been espousing. So that was cool. Additionally, this one's more of a disappointing one, but I looked up the Saudia psychology person to see going like, okay, to book a one-to-one session. I know how much it's going to cost, but like when I was just more looking into it to plan, because I know that like I will be getting the commission for setting appointments within the next 4 weeks or something. I'm not sure when it is, but whatever, it just is potentially will be enough to book a session. However, in the description, she writes that it's not a video call, it's just a phone call. And like she says, her camera will be turned off for privacy reasons, which, I mean, I think I understand because she's kind of blowing up right now. Like the last time I checked, her Instagram following was like at 180K, and now it's like at 500K, like I'm approaching 600. So then it's probably like a different kettle of worms when, well, obviously, if you have 500,000 people who are aware of you versus 10,000 versus 5,000, that you can't get away with as much because potentially things you have said online and the content that you have made is pissing some people off, and some people are highly motivated and will just book a session to figure out a way to get you in a vulnerable spot so that they can attack you in whatever way that looks like. Regardless, what was just disappointing is I go like, no, I don't think that is the avenue through the therapy or psychologist interaction that I'd like to go down, because I need that visual feedback from someone's face. So again, like it's like a failure forward, like learning progress. That also might have been there in the description originally. I just didn't see it, but I'm glad I looked more into it, because again, if I'm going to spend $585 on an hour with somebody who I believe there are people, so I'm turning around, believe can help me, then like I want to be getting my money's worth, but I don't, that amount of money for just a phone call, I don't see the value in, specifically for me in this situation. No, whatever, it's the decision I'm making, going like, no, okay, might as well, better to go with the less expensive, or look into the less expensive, more frequent weekly visits in person with a person. And if that it takes 3 months in order to find the right person for me to speak to, then so be it. The more important part is I completely forget what I was saying. The more important part is that I'm actually pursuing it. But where was I going with that thought? This one I won't walk back to. This one doesn't actually matter as much. What else can I talk about? The dials went well. Emails went well. Like, it was just interesting to go like, okay, so some days are not going to be nearly as eventful as other days, but you just have to push through. That was the thing I was going to talk about, is I have been tracking what time of day the calls where I book demos are in, to see prime times to call, because with that information, then you can like advise a person in sales, be like, if you're going to take, if you're working throughout the day, make sure you dedicate 3 hours to call between 8 and 11, because 8 and 9 is a good time to call. So then you call Eastern time between 8 and 9, Central time between 9 and 10, Mountain time, like, and so on. And then again at 1 to 2, it looks like there's a good spot, or between 4 and 5, which then means going like, quite literally, you can fuck off for the rest of the day, because you don't need to, because there's no point calling then, because your likelihood of them picking up is low enough that you are doing more work by not working then and only working in the more productive hours, or the more likely pickup time, than you are calling all day. But that's that. I'm also interested to see, because it looks like I'm interested to see how much appointment setting I do for myself once I get to the account executive spot. Because right now I'm more in I'm only setting appointments for other people, and the people who are having appointments set for them aren't just having appointments set for by me or the other junior account executives, but also by the social media campaign, like other sort of marketing efforts. And so because I see on the leaderboards that people are hitting their quotas and stuff, so then I'm going like, how much of that quota is derived from them setting appointments for themselves? And hopefully my hope would be that very little of that is done from appointments set for themselves, because that then means I can imagine taking whatever they have and doing more than that. Because if I have the next, this is coming to the close of month 1 in this role, if I have 2 months of practice of setting appointments, then when I'm actually doing it for myself, it will be me setting appointments at a high level for myself, on top of the marketing efforts of the really good marketing team that we have. So that's that. That was the other thing I actually wanted to talk about. Woke up this morning not at 6 and didn't go to the gym. Damn it. However, going don't feel shame, don't feel shit on yourself. That's that whole B.F. Skinner proved with his experiments that an animal will learn faster and retain its information, the information longer, through positive reinforcement than it will through punishment. So then you just apply that same principle to yourself. If you're trying to develop a habit, focus on the aspects of your behavior that are moving towards that good habit, rather than focusing on the things that are preventing it. So then it's like, okay, so fuck, I didn't get up this morning. Yes, but I did go to the gym once this week. Maybe I also slept, and I was having crazy dreams about being in the same sort of water park where you skydive and go through this tunnel that's hidden. And it's a reoccurring dream that I've been having. I don't know how long, but the place seemed familiar. But uncomfortable by that. Oh shit. I'm curious what my face looked like. That probably was a good one. What was I talking about? That rattled the fuck out of me. Oh, but I did Monday. I didn't Tuesday. I didn't Wednesday. But I will tomorrow. That's like, I'm gonna go, and I think I just need to, I think I was overthinking the, like, what am I gonna actually do during the workout? And what I should do is just like, I'm just gonna go do stair climber again. Get into the habit of actually going there. Like, stick to that original plan. Don't get cute and fancy yet. That's so funny. I want to know. It's more busy now at times. Okay, focus. Don't get cute. Let's focus on the things that we are doing, which are making progress towards the place we would like to be, rather than focusing on the ways we are not achieving the place we would like to be. So it's like, okay, I didn't go to the gym today. No, I didn't. But I did sleep and I did go to bed on time last night. So that's an improvement versus last week. And especially the going to bed on time, that will allow me to make me more likely to go to the gym in the morning, which is not a habit that I was doing before. Anyways, making progress towards things. On track to be doing, like, making progress towards the things that I wanted to be doing at the beginning of this month today. So everything's good. Okay, there's a dragonfly. All right, bye.